We're going to call this a high fidelity time. If you remember, the stereo systems back in the 80s were called hi-fis, which means they had high fidelity, which means the system, the speakers were close in sync to the original sound. Fidelity means true. We are inviting you to be high fidelity to the unseen. We'll use the word matrix, but it's the unseen space and the uncreated matrix of this upwelling where humanity is going. This change that you are in is so much bigger than humanity. It's so much bigger than you and your personality and this iteration, this lifetime. But you are setting the stage for a tremendous awakening, a tremendous shaking open, not only of you and your life and your world, but of humanity in general, and then the earth, and then your solar system, and then this part of your galaxy. This time of ascension is much like the feeling before the sun rises or the sun ascends at dawn. So the darkness is here, but the light softly comes, not strong enough to give shadows yet, but softly enough to show that it is irrevocable. There is no stopping the sun in its rising, and there is no stopping grace and the openings and the rebirth that you are all part of. It has been hard for your personality because your personality wants answers. It wants to know, why didn't I feel anything? What difference does it make to me and my relationships? But you, in your greater missions, have decided to be more than the evolution of your personality. You've decided to be more than a human being revisiting Earth again and again and again, getting better, learning lessons. You've decided to be change agents, not just for humanity's consciousness, but for the opening of consciousness itself. This course has been called Grace, the medium of creation. Consciousness has been developing and not always in the medium of grace. Human consciousness has mostly been developing in the medium of conflict and suffering, the matrix of conflict and suffering. But you came with the inextinguishable flame in your heart that said, it doesn't matter who my parents are, it doesn't matter what's happened to me in this life. I have a vision that I can't even see, which is the hardest kind of vision to have, dear visionaries. Your vision is not something you see. It's like a seed or a flame. that forever impels you forward. This seed or flame does not always give you answers. Sometimes it gives you questions, and sometimes it gives you neither. It gives you the silence of grace, a space that has no objectives, a space that's been out of reach for humanity, mostly, a space that you have dedicated yourself, frustratingly at times, to bring in and to be. Today's class is in many ways an honoring of you, an honoring of your high fidelity on a path that often makes no sense. So we're going to do a journey that takes you into expansive realms. We believe the first realm you will move through is the realm that you're somewhat comfortable in, the realms of guides and teachers, masters, angels, disembodied helpers. But then you're moving outside of that to a world of unstructured, uncontrolled wholeness. Now, this is the world of grace. We've been there before. But today is in many ways a graduation, an acknowledgement, not by you that you got here, but by this space that it has you. It is with infinite gratitude that we thank you on behalf of all the spirits in all the cosmos for being on a path that's not always smooth and not clearly marked. Thank you.